How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another Silica video. So in today's video, which is going to be the last video of 2023 and the last update for Silica for 2023 as well, we have got ourselves dedicated servers, plus a few other changes as well. In this video, I am going to be going over the patch notes, and I'm going to show you how to get a server up and going, just in case you get confused with the quick guide. So, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, subscribe, and hit that bell notification button to stay up to date with me with Silica and other games also. I will be live on Saturday instead of Silica Sundays. We're going to be having Silica Saturday, just because a lot of the EU guys celebrate Christmas on Christmas Eve, which would fall on the Sunday. So we're pulling it back a day so everyone gets a chance to play again before the Christmas holidays. So with that being said, let's get into the patch notes. So, update 0.8.18 and dedicated servers. Dear Silica community, as we approach year's end, we would like to extend our thanks for your ongoing support and feedback. The latest update for the year has just landed on Steam, bringing various changes and fixes. Additionally, it introduced a long-awaited Silica dedicated servers. Take a look at the complete changelog below and explore the detailed information on how these servers operate right under it. As always, your insights on the game's current state are appreciated. Feel free to share them through the social Discord. Your feedback continues to be an essential part of our journey. See you on Bolterus. So, that being said, let's get into the full changelog before we actually explore the servers. So, if you watch back some of my streams prior on Silica, I was actually one of the first ones to be testing the dedicated servers before its release, and it was running absolutely buttery smooth. I know guys in the chat could be like, yeah, but it's on Wi-Fi. Yeah, it was on Wi-Fi. Okay. I moved it to LAN afterwards and it was fine. But just bear in mind as well, it runs differently to how you'd normally host a game on Silica. So it's actually done via like a command console. And I'll get into it and I'll show you most of it as we go through. So, full changelog. Added initial daytime selection, random at first, to strategy game mode. So, I will show you this. Basically, there's like a voting system as well, so you can vote what time of day it is, and you can also vote what type of game you want to play. So that's pretty cool. So you don't have to like be worried about the host automatically selecting, say, Alien versus Humans. If you wanted Human v Human, you can actually vote for it, which is pretty damn cool. Okay, so storing of host and server settings. Selection of play mode. Human v Human, Human v Alien, Human v Alien, via vote to strategy game mode. Admin, standard and root support with command relay to the server. So you can assign admins. So for example, if you put up a dedicated server that you're planning to run 24/7, you can assign admins to your server that can interact with the command root of the server to give the server commands to do certain things. For example, like ban player, kick, end round, player information, all that sort of stuff, right? So, that being said, ban player support including duration, so you can actually ban someone for, say, a day if they're being a naughty boy or girl. Added ban, kick, end round player information commands for admins. Add admin, add root admin, remove root admin, ECT for admins and hosts. Change alien player spawned horn crabs instead of wasps in strategy. So, I knew this was coming. Dram absolutely hate the wasps in that last iteration of strategy, so now he's changed it out. You can no longer spawn as a wasp when you hit that certain tech level. You'll now come in as the horn crab instead, which is fair enough. The wasps were a bit, how can I say it, a bit spammy. So we'll see how the balance goes. Like I said, we're going to be playing Saturday, so we get to test this in real time. Changed. Human players spawn as scouts initially in strategy. So it used to be riflemen. Actually, go back even further, it was scouts originally, changed to riflemen, now it's gone back to scouts. So I assume, because it says initially, when you hit the tech level for a rifleman, you'll then start spawning as riflemen instead of scouts when you hit the tech level, basically. But I'm not entirely sure about that, so I'm going to have to test that in real time. But that's what initially kind of means to me, but we'll see. Unless it's just gone back to the good old days where you'd spawn in as a scout, you go to your barracks or to your outpost and you select your kit there and then. So, Fixed. Dark screen on clients would switch your maps and multiplayer. So this was in it from the start. For example, if you didn't already know, you could host a game. And then you could use the cheat command console to change maps. By doing so, it used to set the sun scale to 0, which means you couldn't see anything. Because technically the sun no longer existed. So that's changed now. So you can actually switch maps and it will do it effectively. Fixed. Daytime was not set correctly on match start and strategy. And then last one, fixed. FPS player tags sometimes do not show the correct name. So I had that quite often. It used to show like 3 dots for certain names. That's now been changed. So hopefully I'll be able to see who's next to me on my own team. So that'll be quite interesting. Right. So dedicated servers quick guide. Now, I'm not going to go through the quick guide because I don't want to confuse you guys if I start speaking about this and all of this, and then I show you, and you might get confused. So if I just show you instead, then you guys can kind of like copy what I'm doing. So the first thing I want to say is when you, well, you don't have to do this, but this is probably the easy way of doing it. I believe if you, for example, have a dedicated PC you're looking to run the dedicated server off of, and you can open Silica and create a server. Just off your local machine. Don't worry about dedicated servers for a minute. So you create a server, you set it as you is, start it up, and then quit. What that will do then is that will save the server settings as what you've just made. So for example, strategy mode, 36 players, great erg, no password set, the name, like an MB server, right? When I quit, that saves the server settings. So that is now already solving this here. However, you can change it as a note document, right? Which I will quickly show you as well. Once you've done that, we're now going to switch to the other PC so you guys can see. So we're going to go to my other PC. So here we are. So once you've done that, you go into Steam. Now, what you would see normally is this. So this is your games. I only have Silica on this PC. So there's Silica here. What you would want to do is go to this drop-down menu on games, select tools, go down, and you see Silica dedicated server. So you have to download another, kind of like a game. It technically is a game. You have to download Silica dedicated server. It says launch, but don't hit launch. Go to properties. Go to installed files. Go to browse. And what that does, that brings up this. Now you've got Silica and Silica Server Commander. So, what you do from here is you go Silica. Now I'm going to close this command prompt because it has my IP on it. So, that is now loaded up a copy of Silica. As you can see here, Silica's running. However, it's not rendering the game. So, that's loaded up Silica. I now go to Silica Server Commander, which is its own separate entity. And we can now shut this, because we no longer need this. And as you can see, it says connect. So before I hit connect, I'm just going to quickly show you where the files are for the server settings. So we go documents, Silica, server settings. And this is where you can actually manually change it yourself. So for example, you can see here game mode settings, game mode, MP_strategy. So it's going to be hosting strategy. If you wanted a different game mode, say deathmatch, you would change the strategy to deathmatch. So that will then host the deathmatch. Okay? Same goes for like prospector. Or if you just wanted to host a sandbox on a dedicated server, you would put MP_sandbox. Current map, Great Erg, and then the map list. So what you would do is you would change Great Erg to say Badlands, and it would host Badlands instead. Max players, I've set it to the maximum. You can set it to whatever you like. Okay, so that's pretty much it. And then you would save it there and then, right? So you just hit save. That would save it to the file. You rehost your server. The new settings will come into play. So that being said, we're now inside of the Silica dedicated server panel. We have already got a copy of Silica open, which is already starting to host the server. So we go connect. Now we've connected to the server panel. Now, I can't show you this command panel as much, but it is basically interacting with this panel. As you can see, it says the map is the Great Erg, and we're on strategy. 0 out of 36 players. Now in this panel, I can type help. Wait, no, I can't type help because I didn't type it correctly. Type help, and it gives me a list of commands I can use. For example, you can type end round or end the current round. You can type player info. It will give you the name of every player and their IDs. You can kick, a kick by ID or kick by name. So you'd use player info to try and locate a player that's currently, like, I don't know, breaking the rules, being an idiot. And then you could type in kick plus the information, and that would remove them from the game. You can add admins by their IDs. You can remove admins. You can ban people. And so you'd put their ID in, and then for the input duration of days, you'd put the reason as well. So you'd go ban so-and-so, the reason, being an idiot, days 1. Okay? And then you can unban them as well. And you can see here, you can like get the network tick rate for the multiplier. You can get day scale change, sun scale, moon scale, smooth commander, which is for the spectator camera. Host a multiplayer game based on stored control server settings, kind of like a reset. Get the game mode specific parameter and return its current value, so it can tell you what's currently playing. Set the game mode specific parameters. This is all like cheat menu stuff. You've watched my cheat menu guide. Basically, this is without activating cheats. You can see there, the cheat thing is there. But the good thing about this dedicated server is you don't have to activate cheats to use all this stuff. You'd only want to use cheats, for example, if you want people to start flying around, right? In free cam. Damage turns damage on or off, so you can actually like turn God mode on to like kind of like put the game on pause technically. Spawns a prefab the camera position, so I'm not entirely sure how this would work within the dedicated server panel. However, I'm not sure if for example, you had an admin that goes free cam, you'll be able to do that instead. So I would assume that would be the reason. But yeah, I don't think you could do it with this panel. Unless you can set your camera position. But then we're talking about coordinates, right? So you can set like displaying health and damageable objects. Again, this is all when you're actually in game, so I would ignore this. Exit the main menu. Yeah, this is to do with in game as well. So what you're really looking for is these top ones, right? You don't really want to. You don't really want to get into these because this is all for when you're in the actual game. Fog would turn fog of war on and off. I suppose you could do that from here. The build command as well basically makes builds regardless of distance build instantly as well. So that's another thing you could probably do from this command menu. That won't impact you. But yeah, I mean that's as much as I can go through with the help menu. It's all pretty much the cheat menu, like I've done in my previous video, how to use the console commands. So if you want to like know more about these commands, jump over to that video. It's on my Silica playlist, and that will give you a bit more up to scratch to what all these commands do. Okay. Anyway, without that being said, it's hosted. So the server's actually hosted. No one's connected to it because we've got 0 out of 36 players. So we're actually going to jump back to the other PC now. So we're going back to my main PC. We're going to just minimize that page, bring up my own copy of Silica. And hopefully, fingers crossed, my server's actually hosted. We'll see. I haven't done anything wrong, I can tell you that now. Here we go. Join existing server. There I am. Literally up the top. It does say ping 999. I don't know if that's just because I'm hosting locally and it's throwing my system off, but I could tell you for now it's not 999 ping. We're going to join my server. And I'm just going to check my command console so you guys can no longer see it. Yep. So the server's telling me I've requested a connect and followed by my ID. So I know I'm definitely joining the game. And the game hasn't started yet because there's been no players inside of the game itself. So here we go. Here we are. So I want to select nighttime and I want to go human v human. So now I've selected, the timer starts. So the game is now about to start. We've got 25 seconds. So we can either wait this timer, which we will do, but there is a command you can put in to start the round straight away, but I'm not going to do that. Now, I don't think I've missed anything on the guide itself. I will quickly go over it again before I end the video in a moment. Just so, yeah, just so I keep you guys mostly up to date for the end of the year. So as you see, I selected nighttime. And I've also selected human v human. And we have spawned in. The game's about to start. So no longer needing to start, you know, daytime. We can actually start at nighttime now and have some nighttime fighting to start with. And here we are. The AI is starting to build. And off we go. And now, for example, just because I can, as you can see, the server is fully working. I've connected to it myself. We're driving around. We're having a blast. And this game's running pretty damn smooth. The frames should also increase with having dedicated servers now. You shouldn't have to host off your own system or have a system host for you. It's taken a lot less resource to get the server working. So the game is technically not rendered in for the hosting device, which is great. Which means all the resource can go into the server itself. With that being said, let's try a command. Let's try end round. So here we go. There we go. I just typed in end round in the command console and it ends the round straight away. There you go. So I'm just going to go for a little skip over just to make sure I haven't missed anything in regards to the server itself. I don't think I have. Let me double check. No, so don't... Okay, so part of the guide here, do not open Silica, right? So it opens Silica automatically when you open the command console, the Silica exe file. I will just quickly show you. Let me just shut this down quickly. So I'll disconnect my server as well. Right, we'll go back to the other PC quickly whilst it's disabling. Okay, so heading back to the other PC. So for example, you go into here. Do not open Silica, right? So don't launch the game itself straight away. You don't want to do this. You want to go here. You don't want to do this either. Not yet anyway. Because you need to open up the server commander, so you might as well do it from the same folder. So you go Properties, Install Files, Browse. This is the Silica you want to open. So this is the Silica exe file that does not render the game. This is its own separate entity to this one here. Even though it says running, when you open it, it does not physically open the game. So just bear that in mind, guys. When you go to host a server, just don't do this, okay? But that being said, if there's anything I missed, I do apologize. I am slowly getting better. My ears are still blocked up, so I can't really hear myself. Hence why my speech might be a bit off key, because I'm super loud to myself. It is really off-putting. But guys, I hope you have a good Christmas and a good New Year as well. I will see you guys this Saturday if you want to... Saturday? This Saturday? Yeah, Saturday. This Saturday if you want to join in for some Silica Saturday, technically. It's going to be the Christmas special. We're going to be going for a few hours here on Silica. I may not even host the server. Oh god, I just got a follow. Okay, never mind. That's typical. My alerts are still turned on. Stone, thank you for the follow. Anyway, with that being said, God, I've lost my track now. Yeah, I'll see you guys on Saturday if you want to play some Silica. Next Tuesday, Lethal Company. And then on Sunday, we have got our standard Silica Sundays, which will be New Year's Eve. So don't worry if you guys can't attend because you may be out getting drunk and whatnot. But I will be here for a few hours at least before the New Year. So guys, I hope you have a good holiday. And I will see you very soon. Peace out, guys. Cheers.